Hey Nintendo fans, it's TheJWittz here with a very special Nintendo news announcement. Now I know the usual Nintendo news videos have gone mysteriously missing over the last 2 weeks, but that's because I've been spending as much time as possible to prepare for this year's E3 2014. It's the world's biggest video games convention, and I'm hoping to bring you guys the best coverage of Nintendo that one guy who really loves Nintendo and has cameras can bring. So next week, I'm going to be delivering so much personal perspective of what's going on with Nintendo, you guys will be sick of the news coverage. But for now, while you guys aren't sick of the news, you've actually been requesting even more of it from me, because there was a giant Pokemon news bomb today. CoroCoro leaked, meaning tons of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire news, the biggest of all being that Mega Evolution forms for the entire Hoenn trio have been revealed. Joining the established Mega Blaziken is Mega Sceptile, who's going to become the game's very first Grass Dragon type, meaning he will absolutely be terrorized whenever his opponents let it go. He'll be coming with the Solid Lightning Rod ability, which to my knowledge is the first time a Pokemon that is not electric or ground type is going to come with Lightning Rod. And speaking of abilities, Mega Swampert, whose answer to the question, "Do you even lift, bro?" is yes, is going to come with the fantastic ability Swift Swim. So altogether, the Mega Hoenn trio should be a pretty strong force to be reckoned with. Also revealed was a Mega Diancie form, who will be competing with Mega Gardevoir for which Pokemon has the biggest dress. Mega Diancie's ability was not revealed, but I'm sure we'll learn more when the upcoming Mega Diancie movie comes out in just a month. And speaking of new forms for legendary Pokemon, the trademark legendaries for Ruby and Sapphire, Groudon and Kyogre, are going to be named Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. And the method of forming them is going to be called Ancient De-Evolution. This reminds me a lot of the Primal Dialga that you fight in Mystery Dungeon, and this is the first time I've heard of De-Evolution outside of that Pokemon trading card game card. Should be interesting. Steven Stone will be returning, and as you guys know, I absolutely love Steven Stone, and with his professed love of rocks, of course he has some sort of attachment to the Mega Evolution Stones. From the screenshots, it seems like he has a Mega Charizard X. Interesting, but overall I'm just hoping that Steven Stone remains as diverse and tough as he has been in the past Generation 3 games. Also returning are Team Aqua and Team Magma, and just like the previous games, which team you face depends on which version you're playing. Team Magma is going to be led by Maxie with his admins Tabitha and Courtney, and Team Aqua is going to be led by Archie with admins Matt and Shelly, and they have been redesigned. Once again, answering that same question we asked Swampert earlier, yes, Team Aqua does in fact lift. And speaking of redesigns, we also have the new designs for the generic protagonists of this game. I actually really like what they're doing here. It seems like both outfits sort of have a wetsuit quality to them, where they could double as a swimsuit. And with how much water Hoenn notoriously has all over it, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. The item on the character's wrist that activates Mega Evolution is no longer the Mega Ring, but in this game will be the Mega Bangle. And the classic Ruby and Sapphire bikes, both Mach and Acro, will be returning. With all the sweet tricks you could pull on X and Y, I'm hoping for an equally exciting time on the Acro bike. As you guys know, remakes usually don't excite me that much because they're usually just graphical additions of previous games that we've come to know and love. That being said, it seems like they're throwing in enough new elements to make this game fresh, even if you've played Ruby and Sapphire over and over again. I've never heard of Primal Evolution outside of the Mystery Dungeon games, and I'm curious to see what they do with it. In general though, I'm just so excited that we're getting a lot of news at once. Usually with X and Y, we got tiny little trickles of information, but it seems like the floodgates are already open because the game's release date is so soon, this November. With E3 right around the corner, I'm sure we'll hear more from these games very, very soon, and if new Pokemon stuff does happen, you can be sure to hear it here on Nintendo News. Thank you guys for watching, and if you do want to stay up to date on my E3 content, you can click this button right here to subscribe to my channel, get alerts right when the new videos come out. I'll see you guys next week with E3, and it should be awesome.